for us so far.
Yeah. No, and you can tell. I mean, it's obviously the way that the games that you've won, you guys played very well this morning. Do you think you guys are going to change anything up? Because honestly, I'd have to say you guys are the favorites, at least from what I've seen so far in this event. Now, we still obviously have to see this entire afternoon's competition, and we're about to watch two really good teams in San Antonio X Factor and LA Infamous. And Infamous now has Brad McCurley back in the mix, which they were missing, which I think will take a little bit of the pressure off the veterans on that team.
He looks real fast, too.
Yeah, but the thing is, so McCurley, you know, he'd be really, most likely, a healthy McCurley would be real good on the snake side.
Yeah.
But that's the thing with a team like Infamous, they play best when their backs, when they're pushing their backs up against the wall, and they got to do whatever they possibly can.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. You know, we got Infamous taking on X Factor, then we got Damage taking on Tauntauns. We got a lot of good paintball coming at you this afternoon here in about 30 seconds before the start. Let's get a look up here in the stats tower. Go to paintballaccess.com, check out the stats from Dallas, and you know, man, there's been some really standout players so far. Ryan Moorhead from Impact, like we were just talking about, has played really well. Justin Rabikoff has also statted well. There's been some guys that have stepped up out there, and we're just going to continue to see who has come to play here at this event.
I'm interested in if Damien goes up the gut, because I think if he does that and he does it well, he can really make an impact on this field.
Yeah, if he goes up to that temple, it's kind of up to that little race bunk in the middle.
Yep.
All right, so here we go on the breakout. Infamous breaking out on your screen, trying to get out wide here on the snake side of the field. And then there goes Brad McCurley. Yeah, he definitely looks fast, Rich, like you were saying.
Yeah, he's a fast dude, man. I played with him over in France, and I was impressed with not only that he's a good dude, good paintball player, but he's a little rocket, man.
Unfortunately, the Infamous lost Demon going down the middle. Which,
and he got shot early, too. I think he got shot before he passed that race bunker going up the gut.
You know, going down all the way to the X off the go, or what do you call it, the race bunker off the break is a really difficult spot because you have nothing kind of protecting you off the Dorito side.
It's like a secondary.
Yeah.
He also he's a really good running and shooting guy, but he didn't get his outside guy. So not only did he not shoot his outside guy, but he also got shot, and that's going to hurt him.
Well, and look at this, though. Billy Brunacci all the way in the 50-yard line, pretty much right away for X Factor, also pushing there up in the center. And they have Colt Roberts up there on the Dorito side. So X Factor looking real good right now here against Infamous in this first point.
Yeah, this point's over.
Yeah, you know, losing Damien off the break was huge for Infamous, though, because he's the main cutoff for the Dorito side.
Yep.
So when she dies, then all the snake guys that would normally hold the snake side have to switch the other way, right? Billy runs all the way down to the 50 snake, and all of a sudden the guns just switch snake side, and everyone makes a move on the Dorito side.
Yeah, and you and I were talking earlier about how the new style is just a really slow play.
Yeah.
But X Factor just came out. They took Snake 3 almost on the break. I don't know if it was Archie, but they took the big can in the center of the field really, really early also. So they're playing it aggressively. So we'll see if they can continue to do that and win.
That's how they practice us. Really aggressive.
Yeah, so the first point going to go to San Antonio X Factor, looking real solid on all sides of the field. They're looking real sharp right now. And Infamous, they're going to have to pick it back up here. Score 1-0. We'll be right back.
Did you hear that? Hear what? Tanks? 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 Tanks! Tanks! Oh yeah, tanks! Night night! Tanks! 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 Weasel 3!
I like Army Men. Yeah. I think Army Men are cool.
Hey, I love playing with Army Men back in the day.
That was a cool commercial. Raza, good job, Raza.
Hey, and definitely, you know, if you are listening right now, please show love to our sponsors. They're the whole reason that you get to watch paintball. So, you know, please, Valken and Raza, Die, GI, ANS, Virtue, all the people.
JT.
Yeah, JT Planet. You know, Key, everyone that's supporting paintball, support them. Go to their websites, check out their Facebook accounts. Let them know that you appreciate what they're doing for the game, or this doesn't exist. So here we go on the next breakout. Infamous.
Now Travis Lemansky's playing that home, and in practice, he was 100% at shooting the outside guy going to the snake side, but he did not get him this game.
Yeah, I don't know if Travis wants to be in that back center for too long. It's going to get tight real fast.
I was eating up that guy from Top Gun sitting back there. Here goes X Factor again in the Dorito 3. 2 guys in the snake.
You know, Infamous is doing a really bad job of folding the Dorito side. They don't have a gun looking that way.
I don't think, they're not
like
doing a job of folding the Dorito side.
I'm glad you didn't candy that up at all.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the truth. I mean, you can't just let that guy run from the corner all the way down to the Dorito 3.
Yeah, so Infamous getting a real slow start to this event so far, and X Factor looking phenomenal as, you know, Grayson Goff now playing on the snake side of the field, and Zach Wake going to run that flag in.
Interesting point. Zach Wake did not get a penalty that game.
Yeah, he definitely struggles with penalties.
You know, no, he's good at them. He doesn't struggle at all, man. I think you got that wrong, Bubba.
When we practice X Factor, this is how they played. I like that. This is how they played, where they just kind of ran to the spot, shot the guns, rounded the corner, and kept going. But then by the end of the day, we kind of figured out how to cross those guns.
I was going to say, they're forcing you to stop them.
Right.
And if you don't stop them, they're just going to keep coming. So if Infamous can't figure out what to do to stop them, they're going to keep coming. X Factor is definitely playing this field the most aggressively out of any team I've seen.
You know, I'm gonna give you X Factor. I'm gonna give them a lot of credit for this. But again, I hate to be so negative, but Infamous is actually just doing a really poor job of cutting these guys down.
And honestly, X Factor practiced against you guys, so that's a huge advantage.
Yeah, so X Factor looking phenomenal right now. Still a ton of time left, of course, for Infamous to get back in here in this game.
But they haven't been in either one of those points, right? First 2 points, they haven't even been in the game.
No, you're right. I mean, it's literally, all it's looked like is just a sled of just X Factor slamming into Infamous and destroying it.
Yeah, 2 minutes and 5 seconds have gone by, right?
Yeah.
And I think X Factor's lost 1 guy.
Yeah, maybe 1. Maybe. You know, Infamous is, they're an enigma, because one day you get this team that can win
You never know who shows. And it's funny. It's all the way back to when they weren't Infamous. When they were, who were they before? I'm sorry, LA.
Miami Effect.
Yeah, Effect. Yeah, even back then it was like, one team shows up, you can't. There's no 20 guys could beat them. The other team shows up, and anybody with a squirt gun could beat them.
Yeah. They're looking. Yeah, it's the thing with Infamous though. You know, hot and cold. And now, I don't want to take anything away from, because they did play great in the first event. But they're looking real soft right now.
Yeah.
That's a nice adjective, soft.
Not hard. They don't look hard.
No, they're not.
They're not from Modesto.
So here we go for this next point here. Let's see if San Antonio X Factor can keep up the pressure on Infamous. And on the breakout, Infamous.
Oh, I lose Damien too, running and shooting at that tower.
Bobby Veal fills that tower back up. Oh, they lose Brad on the break too. That's 2 down on the break for Infamous. And look, here comes X Factor. Right into the can in the center of the field again. They're one of the only teams that are playing that can quite a bit. Billy Bernacci makes the Snake 2 bump.
Yeah, Billy playing real aggressive.
Look, that's G3. Another Infamous guy's down.
Yeah, it's just
X Factor's just go.
All X Factor right now, as they're just completely dominant here in these opening points of this matchup. Looks like they're going to put a 3rd one on the board and try to run away with this one real fast.
I think Infamous has got 1 guy in each corner. Bobby Vias is in this corner, maybe Kosik in the other corner. And X Factor still got 3 bodies out there.
4.
4.
And that little Dorito the Infamous in is not a good spot to be in right now.
No, that's not a good spot.
You don't really have many moves right now with Billy and that 50 snake.
You got 1 move, hide and hope.
Yeah, and so that's what you're looking like on your.
That's Callie, right?
Callie Rudolph on your screen right now in that little tiny 40-yard line bunker. A 30-yard line bunker, and now Billy Bernacci making moves past the 50-yard line for X Factor.
See that experience for Billy, though? He slides in the snake and then starts backing up to try to find that shot inside on Callie.
Yeah.
And Callie's eliminated. That leaves only Bobby Vias left in the snake corner, and here come the Sharks.
Yikes.
You know, so X Factor now going to go up 3-0, and you know the stat on a team coming back once it's 3-0 is
not good.
Not good
20%.
at all. And I don't know. It's not even that.
Oh, really?
It's more like 8%.
And honestly, Infamous is a much better team than they're looking right now.
Oh, yeah, they look terrible.
Got really good veteran players, superstar lineup. Those Vanquishers shoot unbelievable.
And they got one of their good ones back. Their good first attackers in Brad McCurley. So let's see if Infamous can step it up here and get some sort of aggression going. They're kind of getting beat at every single level of the game.
Well, now they got 2 things to figure out, right? They got to figure the field out.
And they got to survive the breakout.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, we're going to be right back after this. All right, so this game brought to you by Avid Extreme Sports. If you are in the Oklahoma or North Texas area, definitely check out Avid. They got a great field they just opened up as well. And, you know, Ryan Gray, big supporter of paintball in that side of the world. And, you know, Texas Storm actually, and then a little information, Texas Storm just got beat by Upton 187 crew in the Challengers Division. So we'll keep bringing you those scores as they filter in, and we find out which teams are going to be battling to move into the Champions Division. So here we go on the breakout. Right now you're looking at the crossfield spread from LA Infamous, and now Infamous making some switch moves over there as Lemansky fills in. And
they did have 5 Alive, which is the first breakout they've had 5 Alive, but then they just lost Drew Templeton out of that Dorito side.
You know,
so
Infamous is a good, actually Drew's in the snake side here.
Oh, is that Drew?
Yeah, they lost Brad, I think.
Brad, okay, sorry.
But now Brad needs to, or Drew in the snake needs to try to get some moves and kind of work in the snake 2 and shut down that Dorito side.
Yeah.
In the snake 1 here, you can't really do as much.
We know what's scary is that when you look at the kill counts right now for LA Infamous, Templeton 0, Trillet 0, Lemansky 0, Lemansky just got a kill, Mayo 0, and Cuba 0. On the flip side, Dimitri's got 3 for X Factor, Colt Roberts 3, Grayson Goss got 1, Archie's got 2, and Zach Wake has 2. And that's what you're seeing. The teams that are winning games out here and the teams that end up winning tournaments, every single time when you see them win their games, that's what their kill count stats look like. All across the board, got guys contributing, everyone's doing their part.
Yeah. At this level, you can't afford to go out and have 1 or 2 guys producing. You've got to have 4 or 5 guys producing.
Yeah, at least 4 or 5 guys.
Yeah.
Because if there's 7, 8, 9 guys on the team and you don't have at least 4 or 5 contributing, you're going to have a rough go at it. And now Zach Wake gets blown apart, trying to get in and take out Drew Templeton, and Templeton comes off. So
I don't know if that was a trade. That was
yeah, I think Drew got lucky on that one. He should have got a penalty.
And Art looks like Jussie Stevens taking the walk for San Antonio X Factor.
Oh, Drew did get
no, was it Jussie Stevens or?
I think it was Archie.
Archie, yeah. So Archie's going to take the walk. And it looks like Drew Templeton actually did get a major penalty. So major penalty assessed on Drew Templeton.
That was, you know, it was almost an instinctual thing, I think. You know, he saw the guy and turned and shot, and he didn't know he already had one in the back.
You guys called that, actually. Yeah. You said that he got away with one and then ended up getting that penalty.
He did not get away with one.
No, didn't get away with one. No, he's going to pay the time, and he's in there for another minute and 32 seconds.
I'm sure, though, Nikki's in the box, right? Or no?
No.
Nikki got pulled.
Yeah.
Nikki got pulled, so I'm sure Nikki will talk to Drew about, you know, how he feels about getting pulled on his penalty. And
yeah, no, Nikki's a very vocal member of Infamous, to say the least. But you want guys like that on your team. You know, Rich, we played with Nikki for a long time.
He's got the fire.
You need guys like that. It brings intensity to the squad. It lets you know what's at stake. You know, you need those motivators on your team to, you know, vibe you up and let you know, hey, what are we out here playing for? Well,
man, those guys are annoying. Can't stand those guys.
You're one of those guys. What are you talking about?
One of those guys.
You're one of the loudest dudes in the pit. It's just funny because you're so nice and calm no matter what's happening off the field. And then in the pit or on the field, just a monster.
Yeah, he looks Asian, but he got some redneck in him. Because it comes out every once in a while.
That actually is true.
That's lived in Pennsylvania for so long.
So we're looking in the Infamous pits, just shaking their head. Don't even know what's going on here. I mean, it's just been nothing but San Antonio X Factor. I mean, we've had 4 points scored in 6 minutes here. And I mean, most of the guys on Infamous haven't even shot anybody yet.
Well, what I was saying earlier is before you grab my, I'll say leg, but it was higher than that, is Infamous has to worry about 2 things, right? They got to learn how to stay alive, but also the margin is starting to get bad, right? If they're going to lose this match, they want to lose it by as little as they possibly can because they've got 3 more matches to play. So they really got to go out there and start playing smart, methodical paintball, not losing bodies early, figure out how to get back in this game, and if they can, at least tighten that margin up as much as they can.
Yeah,
that was a tough breakout that last one because they actually made 5 up.
They had 5 alive, yeah.
But those are the ones they need to win. You know, if you're getting beat up and you finally get 5 bodies out alive, well, those are the points you got to capitalize on.
Exactly, you have to capitalize.
And the major penalty doesn't help.
No, but this is this is a shock to me. This was the last thing I expected.
I thought this was going to be a back and forth match.
Yeah. You know, because if you look at the last event, you know, San Antonio X Factor almost ended up in the Challengers Division. I mean, they had to beat 187 just to even get into the Champions Division.
Going back to what we said earlier, though, about Infamous, kind of sometimes Infamous shows up and they're this one team. Sometimes the X Factor's the same thing, right?
Totally.
Sometimes they show up and they're unbeatable, and sometimes they show up and they're retards.
Yeah, so here we go.
I mean that in a supportive way.
So here we go on the breakout.
Brandon Mayo getting a spin going all the way to the snake.
There you go. Brandon's good. I like to see him playing paintball again.
Yeah, me too.
They lost Nikki going out to the Dorito corner. So it's 5 on 4. Bobby Diaz coming along. Oh, 5 on 3. Sorry, I forgot about the guy in the boats.
Yeah, but you know what, though, man? It just, when you look over at X Factor's line right now, we're looking at Infamous. When you look at X Factor's line, they are playing so tight. It looks they know exactly where they need to go and what their jobs are out there.
Well, and they're getting away with stuff. Like going up to that can, going up to the pin, that's dicey. But they're able to do it and capitalize.
Yeah, it also helps when you're up 5-on-3 on the break.
It does. But 2 of those games, they came up early when they were only up 1 body. Yeah. And it was early enough that he probably didn't know they were up a body.
You know, Dixon and Archie, when we practiced, they're really smart players. They came down to the middle.
So versatile, too. They can just do anything.
Well, and that's one of the strengths of X Factor, though. I mean, obviously, they have some guys that play specific spots on the field, but, you know, realistically, Cole could come over here and play the Snake. Cole played the Snake for years.
They're all small, athletic guys.
Yes, exactly. They're all fast. They play very aggressive.
No, no Rich Telford's on that line.
Well, hey, I watched your games, Rich.
Yeah.
I watched your games. I saw you run some guys down.
Yeah. Burst of speed.
Well, at least Infamous is going to get their guy out of the box. So Drew will come out of the box in about 2 seconds. I don't think he's going to make it very far.
No, I don't think he's going to make it very far either. With no back center, that box is just death.
Yeah.
But at least they killed the penalty.
So they're now now Infamous finally going to have 5 bodies left alive. They finally take that time off. But X Factor making most of that power play and getting a shot in Brandon Mayo as well. So Brandon Mayo's going to come off. And he knows Billy Bernacchi is looking really good for X Factor. I mean, he struggled last year until World Cup. Right. And then he played well at World Cup, and they took 3rd at World Cup.
Yep.
So, you know, and that's because the ones set the pace. The first attackers set the tone for the whole team.
Yep.
And if you don't have a one on both sides kicking off and playing how they should be playing, you're going to struggle.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Yeah, that was a 3-on-3, right? That was a 3-on-3 before the Infamous Snake player got shot out. Now it's a 3-on-2. They got Damian Ryan and Bobby Avias in there. Probably 2 of the best guys you want in there down on bodies crossing it up. Bobby got caught going across. Now it's just Damian Ryan in a 3-on-1.
Actually, it's a 4-on-1.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, there's a guy.
Sorry, I didn't see that.
Skimp was hiding over that Dorito.
Yeah, that camera blocked him out. Wow, so X Factor's playing super tight. They had that was 5-on-3, and they still just sat there and shot their guns.
X Factor's looking flawless right now. I mean, they're winning at every stage of the game. They're shooting more players off the break than Infamous is. They definitely know their roles and where they need to go way more than Infamous does. They're winning their gunfights, and they're making those quick bumps. So it's been all San Antonio X Factor.
And Billy Bernacchi is a big part of that, man. He's getting up to that 50 Snake consistently.
Yeah, I totally agree. So 11 minutes and 34 seconds remain here in this match. Still a ton of time left, but, man, Infamous looking real weak right now.
I don't think it matters how much time is on the board.
Yeah, so, all right, we're going to be right back with more action here from the 2013 PSP Mid-Atlantic Open. See you in a second.
Odds that the dude that works at the carnival graduated high school. Odds that none of these guys have ever been arrested. Odds that this guy plays paintball. Odds of you winning this tournament. Odds of you winning a prize from Valken, especially if you head over to Facebook and enter our Paintball Access Daily Contest. Enter, win, celebrate.
All right, we got Infamous back on the field with X Factor. 5-0 match. Infamous has been on the bottom end of this match the whole time.
All right, boys, if you're in the Infamous pits, other than screaming at people, what would you try to say constructively to get them into this game? I know they're kind of disaster everywhere.
Stay alive early. Don't die early.
That's always the answer. Just stay alive.
Well, that's the default saying. You know, when things are going really terrible, that's when you're like, all right, everyone just stay alive for 45 seconds. All right, so let's see if they can do that. Nope, they lose Drew Templeton off the break.
Yeah,
so
and going to that tall tower on the Snake side.
That's hard.
Yeah,
it actually is a tough spot to get to.
Oh, and there goes
Mayo jumping.
Brandon Mayo,
Yeah, so
X Factor loses one.
Zach Wake dying early for X Factor, but
X Factor loses another one.
Looks like it's a 3-on-3.
So it's 3-on-3. This is Infamous's chance maybe to turn this match right back around.
This is huge for Infamous for the margin.
Oh, Nick.
Yeah, Nicky Cuba catching one as well. And the only person really in a position to do anything for is Damian Ryan, or no, I'm sorry, Callie Rudolph, who's over in 40-yard line Dorito. Yeah. They still have Damian Ryan over here on the snake side, so those are two real solid guys that can play aggressive here, turn on a dime.
Is it 2-on-2? Looks like it's a 2-on-3. X Factor's advantage. Callie dies.
Callie.
The problem is, you know, when you're down so many points, you can't afford to sit there. So Callie and these guys are pushing it harder than they need to because they're down on points and they're trying to get back.
They have no option at this point.
No,
you
exactly.
know?
That's what I'm saying. That's the problem with being in this position is you have no option. So you push and you hope for the best. But
you know, this is actually kind of, and maybe I'm wrong on this, but I think not having a coach changes a lot of the perspective of the fact that you don't really need to push now. You just got to get points.
Wow, Damian Ryan might pull off a 3-on-1 here.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Damian Ryan balling it up right now.
He's already shot 2. He's looking to find that third body. And there's no coaching over there, so that guy probably has no idea where Damian is. Oh, shoots him with his first ball. Nice shot, Damian Ryan.
Damian Ryan. Hey, that's why you have Damian Ryan on your team.
Yeah.
He's a fighter, man.
Yeah, he
is.
is. He is.
You know, but like I was saying, you got to get the points for the margin.
Yeah.
More than trying to make a comeback to win the whole
game. You're not going to win this match probably.
Point, right.
Yeah, because the thing is now, though, you know, in case you're just tuning in, it's a completely different world in the professional paintball scene right now. We have 2 professional divisions with 10 teams each. We have the Challengers Division and the Champions Division. And since there's 10 teams, only 4 teams move on to play for the finals. So there is no quarterfinals anymore. It's just semifinals and finals. However, 2 teams are going to drop down from the Champions Division and 2 teams will move up from the Challengers Division, and it happens every single event. So because of that, every single game's important, every point's important, even more so than it was before.
For sure.
You know, and not only that, but you have teams that, at least at that particular moment in time, are equal of skill level, because it's all, you keep what you kill at this point. You know, I mean, you earn your spot regardless. If you play bad, you know, you're going to go down. If you play great, you're going to go up.
You know, and with the divisions being so tight, you have the fact that you have 10 really, really good teams, right? The odds of going 4-0 are pretty slim. It can happen, but it's pretty slim. So 3-1 is a realistic expectation, right? And then after that, you go head-to-head and then point margin. So you'll win-loss just like in hockey. Yeah, plus-minus is huge.
Yeah, absolutely. So it gets a little complex there, and that is why, you know, points like that where Damian Ryan is. We're looking at infamous pits. There's Nick Cuba. He needs to step it up. You know, pretty much the only guy, and because of that last 3-pack that he just got, Damian Ryan. I mean, but if you look at, you look at the kill count, and it is pretty bad for LA Infamous. I mean, you know, the only one past 1 right now that's taking the field, you know, Brandon Mayo. Okay, if you know you got problems when Brandon Mayo, Bobby Avilas, who's the #1 guy coming out of Dallas, Kevin Rudolph, and Drew Templeton combined have 4 kills.
Yeah, that's not very good stat line.
That's no bueno. So at this point, does X Factor think this match is over and say, hey, let's start working on stuff for the next match?
Well, that's what it looked like that last point.
Let's make some moves. Let's do some different stuff just to see if we can get away with it.
Well, I don't know. Let's check it out here. A split screen break at Infamous on the left. X Factor going to be on the right, and dominating lead right now for X Factor. Let's see if Infamous can keep 5 alive. Ooh, destruction off the break right now for X Factor. They lose Billy Bernacchi and Dimitri Ninos. Oh, but then Drew Templeton gets shot, and Brandon Mayo. So, you know, just when we think Infamous is in the driver's seat, they throw 2 bodies away.
Yeah, that was a really weird move from Brandon. He went back from the temple all the way around the tall tower into the corner and got caught. That was
you know, you can do that if you have the snake. So, right, you have the snake, the gun's turned that way, you come around, but that was not a good move.
And you can't see the guy shooting at you when you're running backwards.
You know,
so it's kind of hard.
And I don't think that it benefits Drew to come all the way to the snake 4 pretty much on the break.
No.
You can just crawl right from the next one to the other one.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
I think they're in panic mode right now.
So X Factor dropped 2 on the break, but looks like Infamous is having a hard time capitalizing because they dropped.
Is it 3-on-3?
Yeah, it's 3 on 3.
3-on-3.
They got X Factor as Todd Morrow, Grayson Goff, and Scotty Kemp left. And then Infamous, Damian Ryan, Bobby Villas, and Kevin Rudolph.
The new snake player for Infamous, Damian Ryan.
Yeah. Well, McCurley's not getting it done. Drew Templeton's getting destroyed this game. So, you know, Damian Ryan really the only one getting any sort of production over here. I
played with Drew in France, and you know what? He's one of those timing guys.
Yeah.
You know, he's not a
power guy.
He's not a power guy. He's not. Yeah.
Well, you see Damian Ryan just own. Was that Billy Bernacchi?
Yep.
Yeah. So Billy Bernacchi just getting owned in a gunfight by Damian Ryan. Damian Ryan does not want to lose right now.
No.
Yeah, I'd keep putting that guy back out.
I bet he plays again next point.
Gonna go out on a limb there.
I'm gonna go out on a limb. Oh, he's not running that flag back in quite as fast as he did last time.
I hate tooting Damian's horn too much because I know his ego.
Oh, yeah.
But he's looking really good.
They had a hard time getting him to the event because they couldn't get his head in the plane. But he is a phenomenal player.
Oh, my God. He is. This last 2 points, it's just been all Damian Ryan.
Well, and what's funny is he's known for going at the center, locking things down and closing out well.
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
Now he's like, hey, I don't care. The team's not doing it, so I'll go down the snake and shoot everybody.
Well, maybe this is one of those times, when certain players just kind of transcend. We see this out of different guys. Let's look at Damian Ryan. His event stats ranked 24th overall. And not doing so good on the kills, but I'll tell you what, this game is really helping him out. You know what it is because he's only really played 2 solid points.
Yeah.
So the fact that, this is their first game. So, for him to come out and actually have a .49, so basically about a half a kill per point that he's played.
Yeah.
And all those kills have come in the last 2 points.
Yeah.
Now, if you were to take just the last 2 points and stat that up, his kills per point is going to be about 3.
Not so bueno.
Yeah, so Damian Ryan, there he is, getting ready to rock for this next point. And yeah, if I was the coach, well, does Infamous? I know Travis was helping out at the first event.
Posey's back.
Oh, Posey, Greg Posey, old school Aftershock player and Team Image, really solid guy. He's got a good paintball mind, and I guess he's come out to help Infamous and coach them. So that's actually real big pickup for Infamous.
Yeah. Well, and obviously Travis is over there, and Travis does a good job of playing and coaching.
Which is really hard to do.
Yeah.
Very hard to do.
Yeah.
As you guys well know.
Yeah.
You've all been in that
Really
spot.
hard.
Rich, what are you guys doing about that? I mean, I know you've had the player coach role for years now, but
and not because I wanted it, but just because we can never find a coach.
Yeah.
We brought in Dan Smith, who is he's in paintball, but he's not like an old veteran guy. We watched the movie Hoosiers and just got the idea, let's just bring a dude in from the outside that's organized, he's smart, he can kind of give us an outside perspective, and he's doing a great job.
Which honestly is most coaches in most sports. It's not like top-level NFL players end up being head coaches.
They never are, because they're too good at players. Everything comes naturally to them. They don't have to think about it.
Well, that's like Ryan Greenspan. I mean, he teaches an amazing clinic, but with his own team, he just expects the guys to get it.
Yeah.
So I'm always like, if Ryan could just take how he does at clinics and take that to his team would be way better.
Coaching is really hard.
Of course, that team is tough, too. Some of those guys on that team have hard heads.
Totally. Yeah, exactly. It's not like he's dealing with sponges,
Anything you say, Ryan, we'll do it.
So here we go now.
Billy up in the snake again.
The only reason Infamous even has 2 points on the board right now is because of Damian Ryan. And strangely enough, though, Rich, we talked about, we were even laughing about it, how bold claim, he's going to go out again. They didn't put him out for this next point.
He got shot.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. That shot coming
down.
Okay, there it is.
When you sprint those flag back twice, it's tiring, man.
But, dude, if you look up right now on the kill count for Infamous, 6 kills for Damian Ryan, and he did end up getting shot, but now somebody else has got to step up here, man.
Yeah, that's the problem, is they need another body to step up in the offensive role.
Yes. So Brad McCurley's in a good spot in the snake. See the top right-hand portion of your screen. Billy Bernacci, real good field position for San Antonio X Factor right now.
Yeah, they're actually in all the good spots to lock the field down. So they got that Dorito side tower. He can walk Nicky over in the Dorito 1.
Yep.
They got Billy here over in the snake. Even if Nicky makes that move, he can go get him. So Brad comes to the 50. He's going to get bunkered.
Yeah. Well, and the problem, again, is that X Factor's got a big lead. Clock's ticking. And Brad, at some point, is either going to have to try to go get Billy, and Billy looks like he's waiting for it, or the clock's just going to run down and they're going to lose his match.
I mean, look at on your screen right now. Billy Bernacci is just posted up out the side of the snake 2, waiting for somebody to make a move. And that's really all he has to do right now.
X Factor just loses their Dorito corner.
It's a 3-on-3
So now it's a 3-on-3. X Factor did have an advantage with 4-on-3, but they didn't really push it. And here he comes.
Nicky's kind of got to start making some moves. There's nobody in that tower anymore holding him.
Yeah.
And he's all the way in this Dorito 1. He needs to get up the field and start pushing. I think it's Zach Wake in the snake corner.
Yeah.
Start putting some pressure down on that side.
2-on-2. Pressure is definitely on Infamous. Is that Bobcat?
Yeah. Looks like it's Bobby and Nicky.
Bobby and Nicky.
And Nicky's looking,
capable.
but he's got to start kind of making some moves over there.
Well, the nice thing about being on that tape over there is you don't have to deal with all the coaching crap. So you don't have to worry about someone screaming. Nicky can make that move clean and no one can know about it, It's tough to do over here because they tell you you're coming, but when you're over there, you've got the sneaky.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, time's ticking off now. I mean, we only have a 3-point margin because of Damian Ryan's stellar play, but that being said,
it's definitely tightened up.
Yeah, it's tightened up a little bit, but still, there's just these points are running. They're not fast points, but they're not ridiculously long points. But still, with 5 minutes left, essentially 3 points. That's a tall order here.
Oh, he got him. See, Zach Wake needed to move up the snake and put more pressure on Bobby because Bobby just walked down the field shooting across the field.
2-on-1, it looks like.
Yeah. Oh, and he's gone. Bobby Avias, big game for Bobby Avias.
Yeah, the #1 player coming out of Dallas.
Only a 2-point game now with 4 minutes and 50 seconds left.
You know, I don't really like that lineup that X Factor had because you got Billy up front, you got Zach behind him.
Yeah,
and Zach's not.
Zach didn't know what to do back there.
Yeah, he's not really the #2.
No, Zach's not a 2.
Yeah.
Zach Wake plays his best when he is the one pushing forward aggressively.
Maybe even a 0.5.
Yeah. You know, Zach plays his best when he's forced to be that aggressor.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to put Zach in that too. I mean, that's historically not where he thrives. So
get Archie back there.
Grayson.
Yeah, get Grayson back there. Someone with the brain. Think on their feet a little bit, you know. I mean, that's just people. Certain people do things better, right?
Well, that's the thing, you know. I mean, that's why you want an Archie Montemayor back there because he has such a high paintball IQ. All right, let's check out this replay here. So, see Billy trying to run through.
Yeah, I think Billy could have caught a penalty on that one. Because he didn't. If you saw when he first came around, his gun was down like he thought he was in the Dorito.
Yeah, let's look at it from the opposite direction. Where did he take those hits? Yeah, he took those hits right there. That was close. I don't think that was penalty worthy, but it was pretty close. All right, so the score is now 5-3, and we have 4 minutes, just shy of 5 minutes remaining here, and we'll be right back after this.
ANSgear.com has the world's largest inventory of paintball equipment, including guns, masks, loaders, paintballs, tanks, and clothing. With free shipping on all orders over $100. Shop now at ANSgear.com.
Odds that the dude that works at the carnival graduated high school. Odds that none of these guys have ever been arrested. Odds that this guy plays paintball. Odds of you winning this tournament. Odds of you winning a prize from Valken, especially if you head over to Facebook and enter our Paintball Access Daily Contest. Enter, win, celebrate.
Welcome back. I'm down here in the infamous pit with Travis Lemensky. Travis, this match started out slow for you guys, but you're playing stronger, you're playing smarter. What's making the difference?
Well, I don't know. I think we just, they keyed up on our Dorito side early, and we tried to key up on the snakes, but we just weren't hitting our shots, and they were, so.
What do you think the best strategy is to get a few more points here to tie it up?
I think we're going to press the snake pretty hard now and see how that works out for us.
All right, well, back to you, Maddie.
Well, they need to press the snake hard because they really haven't done that effectively. They've been beat it. The only reason they're pulling points out is they're pulling points just out of craziness. It's like, oh, one guy. Yeah, exactly.
What they're doing is they're playing good as individuals. They're not playing good as a team.
Yeah.
Damian Ryan playing great. Bobby Vill is playing great. They need 3 other dudes out there at least to step up if they want to beat X Factor.
Yeah, exactly. Well, at least in this last couple points, as they're on their 3-point run right here, is, you know, it's 5 unanswered by X Factor now, 3 unanswered by Infamous, and some of the rest of the team are starting to get some kills here.
You know, Infamous needs to get some pressure on the Dorito side. They keep getting stuck in that Dorito 1, right?
Yeah, and X Factor's getting in that Dorito 3 every game.
Well, because they're looking for it. I'm telling you, that's what I'm seeing. The teams that are looking for the aggressive moves find them.
Yeah.
But when guys are getting in their spots and just like, oh, I can't make this move, and I'm going to lock up cross field. Yeah, okay, well, that's what's going to happen.
Shooting at me. Yeah, guess what? He's always going to do that. Put him in and go or get off the field. You don't know how many times I heard that today.
I know.
Shooting at me. Oh,
yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
weird. It's a paintball
shocking.
game.
You came to a paintball tournament, someone's trying to keep you from playing.
Well, Infamous loses Callie trying to push.
Yeah, he pushed into that Dorito too. I talked to him about it. I was like, Callie, it's so nice that you're only 2 feet tall because you can actually fit in this Dorito. I'm like, I can only play Dorito 1 or Dorito 3. Can't play Dorito 2. Can't even fit half my body in there.
Yeah, well, that's one of the good things about being Callie, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
At this point, X Factor should kind of
it's a disadvantage when you're at the bar, but it's great on the paintball field.
So Damian Ryan coming off early. He catches one in his bunker, shot by, might have been Colt Roberts.
Yeah.
Kevin Rudolph got shot by Colt Roberts. Here comes Colt Roberts past the 50-yard line on the Dorito side.
I think Damian stayed in that back center for too long. It's too small of a bunker to stay in there that long.
Yeah, you can't be there longer than 20, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, it is playable, but yes, I mean, you got to be smart about it back there. It's a small bunker.
It is playable, but not when X Factor's pushing into the Dorito 3 and the Snake 2.
Well, it
not,
gets
real small real fast.
It is not playable when the team gets wide. If the team gets wide and up the field, that's it. Get out of there.
Now look at X Factor's got the Dorito 4, which is on Infamous' side of the field, and Dorito 3 on their side of the field.
You know, it's interesting. We haven't seen too many teams, except for this morning in that the Aftershock Top Gun game. That's the only two teams that we saw go up the center, but that was a super effective move.
Yeah.
And I really haven't seen that for the rest of the day so far.
Man, because there's no back center, so everyone goes out edging up the gut. So it's like either if they put their guns outside and you get lucky, you'll get up there. But if two guys paint up the gut, it's real hard to get up there because you got nothing to hide behind. I mean, even with my speed, it's challenging. Did you guys just laugh? It sounded like you guys were laughing.
Rich, that was a laughter of encouragement is what that was.
Well, I appreciate the encouragement. Hey, Brad McCurley gets that G across the field.
That was a big kill, actually.
That was real big, yeah.
Was it now 3-on-4?
Yeah, tough thing, though, is that there's only 2 minutes and 13 seconds left. And, you know, right now, Infamous, they have got to push aggressive. They have no choice whatsoever, or they will take this loss.
And the problem is, if you look at Infamous, they're in defensive mode, right?
Yep.
Nicky and Bobby are locking down the Snake. Brad's locking down the Doritos. But guess what, guys? You're down by two points with 1 minute and 50 left on the clock.
Well, they're playing like they're up 5-3.
Yeah, exactly. I think, you know, they're just trying not to make mistakes. Like we talked earlier, they're probably worrying more about the margin than actually trying to win the match because they know that, hey, whatever we've been doing isn't working. So let's just go out there and play heads-up playing ball, not make any mistakes, and see how it develops.
Yeah, but that scares me if I've seen that out of Infamous, especially with the veterans on their team.
X Factor drops another body now.
Yeah, but Infamous loses Bobby Aviles at the same time.
They must have traded.
So it looks like, Grayson's going to walk off, and then Infamous is going to concede the point because with only 1 minute and 26 seconds left. But that's the problem. Here's the problem with that, though, boys. Tim, give me your opinion on that. You've led teams before.
Yeah,
what would you have done
I
in that
wouldn't blow
situation?
the horn there. I mean, it's hard because you have to have a coach, right, who's not a player. Because if you're playing, you're always going to think, I'll get the next point, I'll get the next point, right? And that's what makes you a professional paintball player, it's that mindset. So, but the problem is that with now 90 seconds left, you got to get 3 points, which it's possible, but the odds are really, really low.
Possible, yes. Probable, not so much.
And they had a 2-on-3, so maybe Brad trades out with Billy.
I wait till one more guy dies before I blow the horn. I give you got to always give your players the chance to win the game, because if not, when they come in, like, what the hell? Why'd you blow the horn? I was just gonna run that dude.
Yeah.
And you're like, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, no, that's the issue though, and therein lies the quandary of whether you blow the horn or not. So it looks like Infamous going to be calling a timeout here. So the score is 6-3. San Antonio X Factor 1 point away from taking this victory, and we'll be right back.
have won everything there is to win. And finally, a cleat that can keep up. So now, it's time to shred.
All right, we are back here at the OXCC Paintball Park here in Chesapeake City, Maryland. I'm Matty Marshall alongside Tim Montresor and Rich Telford.
Bonjour.
And we are watching San Antonio X Factor, and pretty much, well, they were blowing out Infamous for a while, but Infamous scrapping back into this game. Problem is, the minute and 26 seconds left, Tim, like you were saying, is it possible? Yeah. Probable? Not so much.
The old Russian team would have a chance at doing it.
Or Dynasty in their heyday.
Or Dynasty in their heyday. They could do those 30-second points.
So here we go on the breakout. Let's look at X Factor trying to dive into the snake, able to get in there and immediately get up. Zach Wake looking fast. And then Eye in the Sky. Get that, look at that up in the center. You can't really see him. He's blocked out, but Damian Ryan doing his stock and trade, getting up there in the center.
Yeah, I feel like he should have been doing that earlier, but he missed his outside guy, so now he's kind of just waiting to die.
But you know, Rich, you would remember you had said that it's kind of perilous getting up there in the center. However, every single time I've seen somebody get up there, no one's got shot making that move.
Yeah.
They have to get dug out of there.
First point of the game. First point of the game from this side, he ran up and got shot almost 2 steps out.
You know, this is a tough field, too, to get quick points on because you can cross it up. Just like X Factor is now, you can cover every single
zone. Every gap.
If you make snake 1 off the break.
Yep.
But that's if you want to talk about makeable snakes, this is probably the most makeable snake
I told Thomas, I'm like, Thomas, if you don't go snake, I'm going. I think I can make it.
Are better of making the snake than that tower.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree. I agree.
Especially if a lot of guys are running a gun into that tower, and if I shoot from the drill side, I'm going to eat you alive.
So Zach Wake,
Damian Ryan.
Zach Wake gets shot out of his bunker. Damian Ryan tries to run through. He gets destroyed. Brad McCurley gets picked off trying to play aggressive off that move. And then here comes the push from Infamous down the Dorito side, and it looks like
one-on-one.
Bobby Aviles gets eaten up too. So
I think it is a one-on-one.
Yeah, Brandon MAO against is that Billy in the corner? Who blew?
And that is no one blew the horn. That's it. That is the end of regulation. So victory is going to go to San Antonio X Factor, and Infamous getting off to a real slow start here at the Mid-Atlantic Open. So
help themselves out, bringing back some points on the margin. But you were saying that Infamous was playing better, and you know I'm never one to correct Matt Marshall, but I think it wasn't Infamous playing better. I think it was Damian Ryan and Bobby Aviles going above and beyond and winning those games almost single-handedly.
You got me, man. You got me. However,
20 years, I got him.
However,
write that down.
However, the last time I checked, both those guys, they play for Infamous.
Yeah, but
I'm just throwing it out there.
That's the reverse on you.
But you said the team.
Throwing it out there.
Team.
No, I didn't say team Infamous. I just said Infamous. Kind of meaning that since they're on the team.
I'm gonna take it as a win anyway.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro.
We can't even get a tie on that one?
I gotta do what I gotta do. No, because you're up here and I'm down there, and a tie doesn't do me any good.
Well,
I need to start doing this.
I don't know so much about that, but anyway, congratulations to Rich Telford for getting one up on me, and also for Los Angeles Infamous, who got able to get. I'm sorry. Congratulations to X Factor Infamous for at least decreasing that point margin, and which will potentially help them out. But man, I'll tell you what, if they bring this quality of game to the rest of their games that they're going to play this afternoon, they got to play the Tauntauns. They could potentially get blown out by the Tauntauns. They're playing good. They got some killers on that team.
And they play that aggressive style like X Factor plays.
Yeah,
they don't lock it up.
Exactly. So speaking of X Factor, it looks like we have Lauren Kelly down with Archie Montemayor from San Antonio X Factor. Let's check it out.
Hey guys, down here with Archie Montemayor from X Factor. Congratulations, you guys did just win. You guys are playing really strong. What did you practice since Dallas to make sure you got up on that podium and played well?
I think really the only thing our team struggles with is playing to our ability at all times. We tend to beat really good teams often, but we also tend to drop games to teams we shouldn't probably lose to. And that's basically what happened in the last tournament. We lost one game we shouldn't have lost, and that put us in a weird predicament. But yeah, so really just trying to play it our game 100% of the time, and and then make good teams really play a strong, solid game to beat us.
Awesome. Well, you won your first match, so congrats. That's all down here.
Thank you.